Hey guys, thanks for watching. Please make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and all our social media platforms at Fino Boxing. You can follow my personal social media at Adriana_sports. Enjoy. Two guys that have, they mentioned that they're friends and they're fighting next week are Miguel Berchelt and Oscar Valdez. That's going to be a great Mexican war. We're looking forward to it. And of course, you know very well Oscar Valdez. You led him to becoming a champion. Tell me your thoughts about this big fight.
I look. A lot of people are not giving Oscar a chance. Most people, from what I hear from the boxing community in the comments, are not giving Oscar a chance. But I would not. I wouldn't count him out, man. I know Oscar probably better than most people, and I know what he's got. I know what he's made out of. Oscar doesn't quit, and Oscar, he's got no quit on him. He's got a huge heart. No le cabe en el pecho el corazón a Oscar. He's a great individual, great person. He's a great friend of mine. Despite me not working with him any longer, we're still very good friends, and he knows that we have nothing but love and respect for one another. So you know where my heart's at, and you know where my mind's at too. I don't need to tell you, but it's definitely gonna be a great fight versus the top fighter in the division, and Miguel Berchelt. So it's gonna be fireworks, man. But my heart's with Oscar Valdez.
What does Oscar have to watch out from Miguel Berchelt?
Well, he's the natural fighter at that weight class. Oscar, as we know, he's a smaller fighter of the two. Coming up to 130. It's just one thing is that Oscar's been campaigning at 130, but he hasn't fought anybody at 130. Any fighters at 130. And that's probably the weakest link into coming into this fight, because he really hasn't met any tough challenges at 130, and now you're fighting the best fighter in the division. I mean, sure, that's a lot to swallow. You know what I mean? But I believe in Oscar, especially when you can crack as hard as Oscar can. Oscar, when you got two fighters like Berchelt and Oscar that can crack, that can punch, anything is. Oh man, expect fireworks, man. Anything can happen. El que pega primero pega dos veces. So we'll have to wait and see who connects first.
That definitely is a great, all-out Mexican war that we're looking forward to seeing. You talked about the challenge on taking one of the best guys in that division. Someone who's doing that also the following week, Avni Yildirim, is challenging for, Canelo's, as a mandatory, he's taking on Canelo. How do you see that fight? I know there's a lot of criticism, but I mean, he is a mandatory, but how do you see that fight?
Look, people don't understand. Like, first of all, this kid has a great coach in Joel Diaz. Yeah. So, Joel, he's going to have him ready. One of the best coaches in boxing. So he's definitely going to have this kid ready, because you need experience. You need someone like this kid to have Joel in that corner, to have him as a coach. That's a win-win situation. So they better not be taking this kid lightly, man, because if they do, they're, and that's the beauty of boxing. That's the beauty of anything can happen, Every fighter is one fight away from the big time, from a big shot, from becoming a star. Who's to say this kid won't do it? I mean, we've had it, happen in the past. Look at Andy when he beat Anthony Joshua. They were 15-1 underdogs, and look what happened. So who's to say that won't happen again? And it can, with any fight, Oscar Valdez versus Berchelt, who's to say Oscar won't go out there and knock out Berchelt? Anything can happen. That's the beauty of the sport, Boxing ain't going nowhere. I think boxing is on a high note right now. I think there's a lot of good fighters coming, that are out there, that are coming out, and that are definitely going to make a big statement.